stream so that we can just catch up and discuss one or two things about my progression on this YouTube channel. For those of you who know me, you know me as Lila Times, Gelapa Z, Omwana Kashiwapa Zambia, the ever, fantastica, fantabulous, or the lively Lily Motams. I'm just here to just share one or two things about my progression on this YouTube channel. I know I went a bit quiet because I was busy with my political career, but there's something that I am working on that I would like to do, and that's rebranding my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Welcome, and tell me where you're watching me from. I would like to rebrand my YouTube channel, and then we focus on the essence of me starting my YouTube channel, and that was focusing on Africa, talking about the issues of Africa. Now that Zambia is in safe hands, I believe that I can now focus on sharing other content, traveling to other parts of Africa. And my number one choice of country, which I shared even on my community tab, is Ghana. I've always wanted to go to Ghana, because the girls are Ghanaian. One is called Akosua and the other one is called Sewa. So I've always wanted to go to Ghana, to travel to Ghana, so that they can experience Ghana, and also for them to just see a different part of Africa. And there's that Ghanaian flag. I don't know whether you call it the center point of Ghana, where there's the Ghanaian symbol, the flag, and I don't know what you can call it, the statues, everything. Where if you're on that particular center, people know you're in Ghana. So that's what I would like to do. And for those of you who are not aware, I had a baby. Her name is Daniela. I'll be introducing her to this platform very, very soon. Things have gone so quickly. And one thing about me is that during the time when I was pregnant, I didn't want to come on social media, or especially YouTube, and start doing my pregnancy journeys, because I just had this, unknown fear of, what if things don't go as planned. We plan certain things and then they don't go right. And then so many things were happening to parents, prospective parents who were pregnant and on YouTube, and their stories didn't end so well. So I just didn't want to put my pregnancy out there, so I kept it a secret. And that's one of the reasons why I couldn't come on this platform. Thank you so much. Welcome, Shadrach. Payuma from USA. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. And that's one thing that made me to keep things very, very private. It was a surprise to many of you. Yeah, you were wondering how it happened, where, when. It's because I just wanted to keep everything private. So I've been busy nursing my baby. Then I've been busy with my politics. And then God granted me with a business opportunity, which I'll come on this page one day and share what I'm doing. I'm now an employer in the UK. And for those of you who follow me on my Facebook page, Leland Mutambo, you see that I've been advertising jobs of people in Africa coming to the UK. I mean, we still need people to experience the diaspora world so that they can appreciate Africa more. If people have never traveled out before, they don't have the exposure and experience, they would not really appreciate what they have in Africa until they travel, especially the food, the culture, just everything across that we experience as Africans. So I thought, if I could just work on these things, I would be in a better position. So a quick start. In January 2021, a company approached me asking me to advertise UK jobs. I'll be sharing a live stream which I was doing on my Facebook page a few minutes ago. I'll share it here as well so that you can have a full grips of the whole story. So that company approached me to advertise jobs in the UK, and I told them, why not we hire people from Zambia? And it looked like it was impossible, but we thank God that over 40 people were given jobs, and 10 people have been granted their work permit visas because we're doing it in batches. So the first 10 have already started arriving. So far, we've got about 4 people who've arrived, and then the other 6 will be coming, and then we'll be doing it in batches until the 40 come. And then another company again approached me asking me for more workers. So during that time, some friends from Egypt in the UK asked me to set up a business. I told them I'm busy. I've got YouTube. I've got politics going on. I don't think I'm interested in starting my own business. They told me if I could start my own business, it will really, really help me become, a successful entrepreneur in the UK. And the type of entrepreneurship is you running your own care agency where you send workers to go and work in the community or in care homes. You supply stuff. So okay, let me do it. Let me try. But I was not really, really interested because my focus, my whole heart, my energy. Also, most of you saw that even on my YouTube channel, I wasn't really active because then with campaigns you have to be on ground from morning to the evening. And by the time it's 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, you're knackered, you're tired. You don't even have the energy to come on YouTube and start shooting videos. And that's why I just put that aside and said, no, let me wait a little bit. So anyway, I started this business and the business has been going well by God's grace. I have about 50 workers that work under me. And it's just been the grace of God. I'll share that testimony another day. But through my working and through trying to pursue, my politics and everything, I've come to a realization that there is no place like home. There is no place like Africa. Be it culture, food, in so many things. What makes us content as Africans is when we are in our right place, when we can be with our people, when we can eat our food, which is natural, free, and very healthy, when we can mingle with our own people, when we can just be in our place where we are safe and nobody is abusing you racially or is subjecting you to discrimination. You are in your own comfort. But then, for somebody like me from the diaspora, I always thought, okay, I've come from the diaspora. I'm aspiring to stand in Zambia. So people will accept me because I've been speaking for the people of Zambia. It didn't work like that. I actually faced rejection. I was rejected by so many who felt I've just come from nowhere and I want to take over their positions. I've just come from the diaspora and I think just because I'm from the diaspora, I can just take over this position. There's people who've been there for many years who are waiting for these things. And then I just turn up and I say, I want to be a member of parliament. People did not agree with that. It did not sit in very well with some. And therefore, they came up with a lot of propaganda, a lot of bad stories about me which don't even exist. A lot of commentary. I would make comments about certain things and they would use that against me. Just many things that I would say. And I asked myself, why should I be helping people who don't see my value? Why should I be pushing myself, pursuing this matter when people don't see my value? And therefore, I will use my precious time to explore Africa. I will use my very precious time and my hard-earned money to explore Africa. And so I was speaking to one of my friends from Ghana, Niai. We've been planning this for some time. And I told him, I want to come to Ghana so that we can shoot some videos. And I know Ghana is big. I need at least a good 2 weeks. So I'm looking at probably Christmas time, spending more time in Ghana by God's grace, and sharing content about Ghana, the food, the culture, and the many things that I can experience there, and probably look at another holiday and another holiday, or when the kids are on holiday, for me to explore other parts of Africa, like Tanzania and other places, Guinea, different African places. Obviously, you need to bear with me. I'm a mom of five. I don't even know how I became a mother of 5. I'm a mom of 5 children. So you have to bear with me that I will not do it at a go, but slowly but sure. We'll still continue talking about things that affect Africa so that we keep the channel going and relevant. But my main aim will be to explore a lot of areas which have not been explored, or even those areas that have been explored, but just adding on to what's out there and viewing my Africa in a different view. I've actually been disappointed by the way many Zambians reacted to my aspirations as a candidate for a particular constituency in Zambia called Munali, where I mean, they knew that I was very strong. I was actually the strongest candidate. But out of jealousy, I was not adopted. Out of corruption, you know, whoever corrupts whichever leader gets the position. And it got me worried. If this is the way people get to their success in politics, by corrupting officials for them to be adopted, for them to be in this position and that position, then that is the reason. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Okay. And that got me worried. And that's why Africa will never progress. Because we have people who are willing to corrupt as many people in order for them to be in a particular position. And when they corrupt those people, their aim is not for them to help the people when they're in those positions. Their aim is how richer they will become when they are ministers, when they are members of parliament. And we who are at the service of the people, who've lived in the diaspora, who have that exposure, who want to bring a different side of Africa, you know, instead of us following the Western world, we are now saying, okay, we can bring free education to Africa. We've experienced it in the Western world. They say, we don't need you. So then how then will we force ourselves? How will we force ourselves to be part of change in Africa when the people in Africa themselves feel we don't need you, you're a foreigner? They treat me, who's a Zambian, as a foreigner. So I would rather use my cash for my holidays, my adventure. Fly business class. Have fun with my kids, my husband, and just eat and eat as much as I can. Live life. Instead of trying to help people who don't see the value in me. I mean, if, like presently, I've been employing different people from different countries, and many people that I've been employing are people from Nigeria. And I was asking one of the guys, how come many of you are coming here? And the person said, the reason why many Nigerians are leaving the UK, Nigeria, to go and study in the UK is because in Nigeria, they value education. If you are from outside and you come to Nigeria, go back to Nigeria to work or to look for employment, just for the fact that you have a degree in Nigeria, you had your ESTA, and then you have experience and a master's from the UK or outside, you will be classed as a top candidate. In Zambia, it's not like that. For somebody who's lived abroad for many years, like myself, 17 years, I'm a qualified social worker. I am a professional, qualified social worker professional. I've lived in the diaspora. I understand how the Western world works, and I understand what development is and the consequences of free education, the benefits of free healthcare, and all those things. And then I'm classed as an imposter. And then I'm classed as, who are you that wants to just come and take over our positions? And then I'm classed as desperate. I was classed as somebody who's desperate for political stance after making so much noise and making sure that this particular constituency was on the map. People from all over Africa now know there's a place called Munali because of Lilian Motambo. And to see that people would reject someone who has the qualifications above whosoever is there and whosoever has been picked for whatever position, and not looking at the value in the education and the background, it tells me Africa is not ready. So I will use my precious time to enjoy my life. I was disappointed. A few days ago, I shared on my Facebook page asking people to join me to pray for government officials. The prayer is there on my Facebook page. I think I brought it to my YouTube, I believe. But if not, I'll share it. I'll reshare it. And I was surprised that people were insulting me for simply saying, let's pray for these people. And I sat down and I asked myself, what's the point? What's the point of trying to be part of change or the new dawn or the new era of trying to change things in Africa when the people in Africa themselves look at you as you are worthless? You came from the diaspora, and so what? I shared an image of my daughter on my Facebook page again, of her wearing her uniform, very beautifully dressed. Her name is Eileen. You've seen her on this channel. And Eileen looked so beautiful. And somebody made a comment to say, this is why the education system in Zambia can never be improved, because our leaders take all their children to study abroad. Do you know what my reply was? This is why you need to pick leaders who live abroad, that have experienced free education, that can implement that in Africa, because we have experienced it. You cannot implement what you've not experienced. I mean, a minister or an MP that has no idea that in the UK is free education, free healthcare, will never fight for that right. But for me, who has experienced it for 17 years, that has experienced my children going to school, my daughter Ellen, when she started, she was my first child in the UK going to school, because Donnell was in Zambia then. He was born in Zambia. I was surprised that they go to schools without books, without pens. The government gives it to them for free. How then can somebody who's in Africa, who has no understanding of the Western culture, has never even taken their child to a school in UK, how will they understand that? Their aim will be to fight for every position in Africa. And when they fight for it, their children go to schools that are so ridiculously expensive. It's for their own benefit, not you. Why hasn't there been any minister or any MP that has said, okay, I will take my child to this government school as an example? They children where they pay $5,000 a term for one child. Now, for me who's experienced free education in Britain, if I'm in Zambia and I'm in leadership, I'm given a position, I will fight for free education because I experienced good education in Britain. I'll fight for good healthcare because I've experienced good healthcare in Britain. So Africa is not ready for change. That's my conclusion. Because if Africa is ready for change, we could have at least had even one diaspora being adopted. But nobody from the diaspora was adopted. It shows you that they don't value people who have outside experience. It is an insult for my profession as a qualified social worker to see someone who has 5 subjects in their WAEC, for those of you who are from other parts of Africa, who doesn't even have a full certificate for the final senior school called the GCE, has got 7s and 8s, not even a distinction, doesn't even have a diploma, being given a job as a minister. It's an insult. You give somebody who has no profession, not even any qualification, just because they are loyal to the party. Yeah, they contributed. Yeah, so we give them this big position. It shows me that Africa is not ready. I think we are a big joke. Zambia is among the countries that have accepted just anybody or anyone just because the person was among the leaders. So, yeah, give them the position. You've seen on my YouTube channel me sharing mediocrity. Somebody that can't even speak English very well. They are MPs in the former government. So allow Africa to live in their Africa. And their type of Africa is for them to put the people that they feel, this one, yes, 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 yes. This one, no. This one came from UK. They don't know anything. And whilst we come with ideas, this is what we need to do. This is what we need to do. They see it as buying votes. When I came up with the project of empowering people in the communities, I looked at the levels of poverty. I can't give everyone $1, $1, $1. It's better we give them $10 as a product of a business. And in that $10, it can split into $100 and they can share. I was mocked for giving eggs up to today. Today, I am called bitter. Today, I am called frustrated. And I made a post on my Facebook. I will no longer comment on political issues. Let Africa live with their Africa. And I will enjoy my life as an African. Enjoy the nature. Enjoy everything about Africa. And let those who are in the dirty kind of politics deal with it. And continue to live in the poverty that continues to dwell in Africa. For people to fight someone so hard like I was fought is because they know I am too open and I'm too honest and I'm very transparent. That is why when there's a job opportunity, the ones I've been advertising for the UK, I didn't hide it and go to my friends and say there's a job. I went on Facebook and I said, please apply. Over 2,500 people showed interest in the job. And I could only pick 10 at first. And then we expanded to 40. These 2,500 are qualified people who are seated at home. And today they will say, we need people with experience. We need people, mature people. And meanwhile, the youths are roasting and wasting their lives with their qualifications. And those with no qualifications are in positions because they have been appointed and they are there in big offices. Whilst you that is learned, you are seated at home, cheering them on. Enjoy Africa. That is the Africa we have. Not until I experienced it myself did I have an idea of what Africa is like. Some things it's better you experience yourself, especially the political aspect of things. It's better you experience and you see it for yourself, like, okay. So this is how they want to live. The value of the diaspora is not there. And it will never be. And when people say, you're frustrated, how can I be frustrated when my children go to school for free in Britain? How can I be frustrated when the child is sick right now? I take the child to the hospital and the child will be attended to without any cues. How can I be frustrated if my son that was born in Zambia is doing his A-levels and he will be going to university in next year, September? Yeah, when is September? Next year. My son will be in university, first year, free of charge. That's every parent's dream, is to have your children experience better education than you did. And the UK education system is very good worldwide. It's world class. You know that. I'm frustrated. Really? Oh, you just wasted your eggs. And then what even shocked me was within the camp, I was fought daily. You will never understand why I stood independent. And unless it was you, you would have stood independent. There's no way we are fighting for one cause. We want to remove PF. And every day you fight me. Every day, every blessed day. I'll see posts about me on Facebook from my fellow party members. You are not ready. And I've told people of Zambia, I'm giving you these 5 years. You will remember me. Because a tray of eggs you will never see. And that's just the truth. A tray of eggs a free one to say collect, you will never see it. Because people who have a heart to see change in Zambia will use every resource within themselves to make sure that the people are at least okay. For people who don't even know which branch, which road, which structure, and they are picked because they gave one official who just sits in one corner, collecting money, chewing money. They gave that official money. And you think those people will come back and say, my people of this constituency, thank you. You voted for me. Right now, many are calling my number, regretting we made a mistake. Funerals, they're coming up and up. And people will say, is this the honorable's line? Because my number, the Zambian line, is at home with my husband. Say, hey, yeah. Hey, we were thinking if the honorable can come and help us. Hey, one of our houses has been bent down. So, which honorable? This is the honorable, the honorable member of parliament. Oh, no, she's not the member of parliament. Oh, we were given this number because they've been told this woman helps. People who've even said, we'll just use her for money. Let me spend my money on my children. People donated. Thank you so much, YouTube. You're amazing. You donated money. Thank you so much. And by the grace of God, I was able to set up a business. And in that business, by June, I was reaping the fruits of the business, profits. And I was able to campaign single-handedly without any financial support from any organization or political party. And my campaign was successful. I had crowds like I was the president. From President HH to me, we are the two who would have crowds. But obviously, this year was a voter protest, so I understand. People just voted for anything as long as they were removing PF. As long as it's just PF, they were just voting, so we understand. But I just want you to just picture this. You are being mocked for trying to be part of change. You are being called selfish. You're being called frustrated. I've even been called depressed. Really? Depressed because of an adoption? No. I am disappointed in the thinking capacity of people in Africa. The UK job opportunities, if it was anybody else, they would never bring them to the people of Zambia on Facebook. They will just keep it within their families. I'm not a member of parliament. I'm not in government. For those of you who want to follow me on my Facebook page, I use Lilian Mutambo, and Facebook verified my page. It shows that my status has changed. Levels have changed. Facebook, I even need to go to Twitter so that it can be verified, Twitter and Instagram as well. But my status has changed now. I shared on my platform opportunities. Many would share within their families. I mean, if we go within our circles, at least I'll find 10 nurses. Why should I waste my time? I am waiting this year for members of parliament and ministers to call upon job opportunities and scholarships, to say, in the UK they have scholarships, in China they have scholarships. You will never see that. They will give those opportunities to their family members. And that has been the trend for years. What am I trying to say? We may be trying to pursue an agenda of let's bring change, but there will always be distractions because not everybody has the same vision of change for the whole Africa. Some have change for their personal gain. If I'm a minister, at least I can control this company, I can approve this contract, I can do this and that, and things will be better for their personal life. Hi, how are you? Virtue Grace says, oh, congratulations, welcome back. It's been a while. Yes, I've been away. Had done happy from Italy. Thank you so much. Yes, I always talk to Vadamaya. I always talk to Wadamaya, yes, so I'll be in Ghana shortly. Um, Bukalare says their job is to frustrate us, but we never give up. Yes. F Zulu watching me from Australia. Lily, I'm happy today. I'm watching you live. I wish you all the best in your endeavors. Thank you so much. Esther says, what does it take to get those jobs? Watching from Solwezi. Go to my Facebook page, Lilian Mutambo, and you can watch that. Political Spider says, watching me from my constituency. Thank you so much. Charlie says, hey Lily, would you send me the link to the WhatsApp groups for the vloggers? Okay, I will. Come to my Facebook page. Victor says, you can still help if your main aim was to help, the position will follow. Yes, that is why I said, up to now, I'm still working and helping the people. But I will also live my life. Don't forget that being in a political journey is not cheap. We started this journey last year. Hi, Winner One. Winner One has been there. We started this journey last year. And when we started this journey last year, it was not a joke. You know, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. And a lot of money has gone in. A lot of resources have gone in. Thanks to people that support as well. But a lot of resources have gone in. Which I don't regret, obviously, because that's my nature of helping. But my disappointment comes in when people say, so you expected to be adopted because of those same eggs. So you expected to be adopted. And they don't even just say those same eggs. They'll say those tumor. In Zambia, when you say tumor, it's like those useless eggs. I'm waiting for a minister that will give just one tray. One tray. One day they'll go to a place and give one. I'm waiting. Valuing somebody comes if the top value that person. People saw that I was not valued. That is why they are able to call me all sorts of names. If I was a valued person, whereby they've seen me with this leader and that leader, and these people talking highly of me, and say, hey, as for Lilian, don't go there. And maybe somebody talks about me on media and they discipline them, we wouldn't see people talking anyhow. But because they saw, so the future for this channel will obviously comment on the issues of Africa, definitely. And will comment on the issues that are going on around current affairs, whatever. But we will also look at the positive side of Africa. The successes of people in Africa, what's going on there, and how we can advertise Africa to the world. The revolution that we began as young people. Don't forget, it was through this same platform that we were able to kick out the Patriotic Fund. It was through this same platform that we were able to advertise the now President Hakainde Hichilema. It was through this same platform and your support and your help that many things were born, were birthed. My political journey started here. And therefore, it is just wise for us to catch up and for you to know my next steps. I will be showing you Daniela soon. As soon as she finishes all her jobs. She's a beautiful girl. Absolutely beautiful. Adorable. Very beautiful girl with deep, deep dimples like mine. Very lovely girl. And she'll be on all those round trips with me. To God be the glory that I made it alive. There were so many things that pastors would tell me about. Be careful the car you get into. Be careful the food you eat. So I was always careful about that. I made sure I was careful. And I prayed a lot. I remember, for those of you who've never seen this video, you can go on Lilian Mutambo, the Honorable Lilian Mutambo page, Monali constituency, and see a video of me when I woke up crying, praying for President Hakainde Hichilema. I have a gift of dreaming, for those of you who know on this YouTube or you don't know. I have a gift of dreaming, and I woke up one day crying, and I said they were planning to kill him. and I've never deleted that video despite me going independent. My loyalty, or let me just say my support, still remained with the President Hakainde Hichilema. We definitely needed to kick out President Edgar Lungu, former president. He was a horrible man. I would come on these live streams and share videos complaining about President Lungu and how he ignored the Zambian people. There was gassing involved. There was hunger in Zambia. People had no jobs. They were being treated badly by the Chinese. And I came on this platform crying about it. Why are my people suffering? And the very people that I thought I'm going to be part of rejected me. And I couldn't force myself. Okay, F. Zulu says, that's Africa for you, my sister. Okay, people are have normalized poverty, and there are resistance to change. Honestly, it's like a spiritual matter, where you are looking at this is something going to happen, and then somebody is saying, oh, we're just going to use this person for money. We're going to vote for this. But that person has never even given you not even a t-shirt, not even a drink, not even water. And today, they're complaining. They made a mistake. Sorry. And 5 years, I used to tell them, 5 years is a long time. In 5 years' time, my son is 17 now. 5 years, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. My son will be 22. I mean, a 22-year-old and 17, are they the same? They're not the same. The thinking capacity changed. They're grown up. They have a job. They've finished university. My son will be a graduate at university then, in 5 years' time. And he will have studied in the UK free. Whilst the people that are saying, we'll just eat our money, their children don't even have school fees. Because free education, it would not be implemented immediately, in as much as the president wants that to happen. Zambia is in a debt, big debt. There is no money. Dr. Chimbakambulin, as much as people don't like him anymore, but he stated that he used to advise that there's no money in the coffers. The country has no money. The governments that have been there, the previous governments that have been there, they've looted finances for themselves. They've sold assets of the country. And that's why there's no money. And they've borrowed and borrowed and borrowed. Zambia at the moment is in the $23 billion debt. So by the time they're looking at the debt and they're coming back to you, you will have spent 5 years waiting for an opportunity. Okay, so Political Spider says, let me frank with you and tell you what you didn't know. You were the favorite and preferred candidate in Monali. Yeah. Listen, are you listening to these guys? Because people argue a lot. They say, it's not true. She's not the favorite. What? Listen to this. The last vetting team recommended you. I reserve the details. You see? Because what I know is, even when I was recommended, my names were never submitted to the president. My names were never submitted to the president. I know security staff who told me my names. And how I even knew that my names was not submitted to the president was when I saw the candidate that is now the member of parliament and minister was at the Electoral Commission of Zambia before the adoption process is over, paying for their adoption, for their ECZ nomination fees, filing in nomination fees. It had already been completed. So by the time I was announcing that I was independent, the guy had already paid his fees. So after, in life, you cannot lay a strong foundation of something, and somebody just comes and takes over and thinks they can do it better than you. They can't. They will fail. And I'm giving it 5 years. They will fail. And by then, I will have explored Africa. By God's grace, I'm alive. I will look into 2026. But believe you me, you cannot do what you never did. That's just like, when somebody dies and God forbid any of you die now, but when somebody dies and they leave properties, millions of dollars, they leave properties. Have you noticed that when other people take over, those things don't last? Those things disappear within a short period of time. And the people who got them, that suddenly were living lavishly, go back to their knees and they'll be broke. Zero balance. It's because the owner of those things had a vision and they didn't. The owner of the vision. So for me, what I saw was being fought left, right, and it became too much. In the end, my life was in danger, to be honest. You cannot fight someone like that. Why? What are you fighting? What are you fighting? Because you've seen that this person has ideas from the diaspora. Why should we give her? No problem. Even in the diaspora here, I'm seated. I'm bringing people from Zambia. I'm working my job as an MP. International MP, Facebook MP, YouTube. And they called me, she'll go back to YouTube. Just go back to YouTube and be a YouTuber. Useless YouTuber. She's just a Facebooker. She knows nothing about politics. And the big fish, they use the same guys that were talking rubbish on social media. They use them. They'll tell them, talk about her. Talk about her. And it will look like it's coming from those people. No, they were being sent to do that. And even as they were doing that, those officials were quiet. People will say, I owe you PND an apology. I don't owe you PND an apology. They owe me an apology. Because I was disrespected by their people on social media. There are things that I complained about on a private WhatsApp group. I'm talking about private. This is us as a community. Guys, why are you doing this? They now leaked it to the media. I don't trust any of them except HH. I don't trust majority. There are a few I trust. But majority are looking for things, how they can destroy you. So what am I doing there? If we can be chatting as a group privately, say, but guys, tell me this. How can I contribute eggs? How can I empower people? How can I launch branches, many branches? How can I bring in defectors from the Patriotic Fund? How can I do all these things, buy materials, and get 0 votes on a private group? And then the audio is leaked. And then they make it look like I'm frustrated. If you are not accepted, run. Because you will fight and fight. And there's something that my pastor told me. My pastor told me, Lillian, there's 2 things. There is destiny, which comes with the will of God, and there is desire, which comes from yourself. Desire is dangerous because you will be desiring that this is what I want, and it can lead you to premature death because you are hanging around with people who can do anything to destroy you. Leave. And then there's what you call the will of God. The will of God is better. And the will of God is to cut you short from what will destroy you. In as much as the president has won, to see me and say, I'm now a member, I'm parading, you will never see that. I would rather support the president in whichever way, on media, from afar, from a distance, than being part of people who helped to destroy my good reputation on media. Most of you knew that even when I come on this platform, I would cry for the people of Zambia. They now twisted things like I was this desperate person that thinks if I can give people eggs, I should be adopted. I am not knowledgeable. I have no experience. I am down. Classing you, in fact, I was degraded from a classic graduate to dropping to a grade 7 level. That is why Bowman Lusambo is an MP. That is why we had even people like President Lungu who were very useless. That's the better term. And they were in leadership. I came on this platform and I opened the eyes of people. We need people like President Hakainde Hichilema. There was a time when people would even say, I think you are talking too much about HH every time on this page. Every time it's HH. I became HH. On this page, it became HH channel. But the agenda was to remove PF. And the Patriotic Front is out now. And now that they are out, I will focus on my personal journey of developing myself as a human being, developing my business, making it go higher and higher, doing my charity work. It's in me. I cannot get rid of that part of me. I will continue working with the people of Zambia through my organization. So I therefore would like to announce that I registered my own charity organization called the Lillian Mutambo Foundation. Through the Lillian Mutambo Foundation, we will do projects in Zambia. Through the Lillian Mutambo Foundation, we will make sure we can help the elderly, the disabled, the young, in so many ways. Somebody says, Clifton, explain from American. Okay. Somebody says, love you politicians and excited. Okay. Don't know what he's talking about. Okay. Acapelwa Stumeko says, Lily, the fighting spirit of HH is a testimony to everyone. He was despised, laughed at, mocked, even insulting him and his family, but he moved on. I believe there is more to come for you. God listens. Of course. Thank you so much. Roger says, I think it's true. Your name was not submitted because HH can't fail to work with people like you. Remain humble. Good things on your way. The president will remember you. Thank you so much. Yeah. So that's the important thing, is if we can accept that, there's people that have a certain gift. I can't get rid of my giving nature. I can't. I failed. I'm trying. I can't. And that's why even in my business, my husband was telling me the other day, he said, look, I know you have this heart of always helping. Don't use your business to be feeling pity on your workers. If the companies have not paid you, the invoices have not been paid. Because me, I'll look at, this one worked. Let me pay them. I'll now use my personal money to start paying people. And then I'll start waiting for the money that I'm supposed to receive. So a mess cap says, sis, you will do well. Well done on setting up the foundation. It's in you to serve the people. And I know you will be amazing. So proud of you. Thank you so much. So we'll carry on. I don't like going more than an hour on this platform because people complain when they watch your videos are too long. But they don't know that it was a live stream. And live streams, you can't stop when the gist is going well. You're enjoying yourselves. So what I'll do is, I'm self-employed now. So we'll have times when I can come on the platform like this. Just have a chat, quick chat. Then I'll eventually start on the live streams where we can talk about different things, business-wise, and how we can improve our lives. And just talk about issues and share. And I believe that my labor was not in vain. God sees, and that's why God has given me an opportunity to work with people in a different way as well. Bringing people over to the UK. I'm also working on an opportunity for people to come to go to Dubai as well for work from Zambia. And it's a great opportunity that I'm looking at. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining me on this live stream. It's a girl, Lela Matams, also known as Kilopa Z, Omwana Kashopa Zambia, here on my YouTube channel, Lele Matams TV. we're going to bring you lots of amazing content on this platform. And at least we can say Zambia is now in peace. They have a credible leader now. We will no longer have the drama that we used to have during the Patriotic Front. So we can focus on other things and move on and progress in life. The president was in America a few days ago. I shared his speech on my platform. It was very powerful. He's a good guy. Akaine Ichilema is a very good man. Unfortunately, I've never met him before, and I wish to meet him one day where we dialogue and talk about these things. And I really wanted to meet him before so that the president could have an idea of my plans and vision for the people of Zambia. But through our foundation, we will do our best. So October time, I have a program that I'm working on, and December, Christmas time as well. So thank you so much, everybody. Take care. I love you, I love you, I love you. See you on my next live stream. It's your girl, Lila Matat. Take care.